The Hegemony Council chamber fell silent as Admiral Zexathara's mandibles clicked in what passed for amusement among the Vorthak. Around the crystalline table, representatives from 12 dominant species watched the holographic display, showing Earth's blue marble suspended in the void. "The humans have been given our standard ultimatum," Zexathara announced, her chitinous voice echoing through the vast chamber. "Surrender their autonomy, accept hegemony oversight, and submit to resource extraction protocols. As expected from such a primitive species, they have requested time to consider." Counselor Morthan of the silicon-based Kethmori pulsed with skeptical orange light. "How much time did you grant them?" 72 standard hours. More than generous for a species that has yet to master faster-than-light travel. The Admiral's 4 eyes gleamed with predatory satisfaction. Their response should arrive within the hour. The hegemony had perfected this process across 3,000 worlds. Show overwhelming force, present the ultimatum, grant a brief period for the inevitable capitulation, then install administrative oversight. Most species begged. Some tried futile resistance. All eventually submitted. The communication array chimed, indicating an incoming transmission from Earth. "Display it," ordered High Counselor Vescaran, the ancient ethereal whose psychic presence made the air itself shimmer. The hologram shifted, revealing a human female in military dress standing behind a simple wooden podium. No ornate throne, no displays of wealth or power, just functional simplicity that somehow felt more commanding than the Council's Crystal Palace. "I am General Sarah Chen, representing the United Earth Defense Council," the human began, her voice steady and clear. "We have received your ultimatum." The council members leaned forward expectantly. This was usually when the pleading began. "Our response is as follows. You have 72 hours to remove all hegemony vessels from our solar system and establish a minimum 50 light-year buffer zone around human space." The chamber erupted in sounds of confusion, chittering harmonic vibrations and psychic static as the council struggled to process what they'd heard. General Chen continued, unmoved. "Failure to comply will result in immediate defensive action. Earth out." The transmission ended, leaving the council in stunned silence. Admiral Zexathara's mandibles clacked rapidly. They gave us an ultimatum? They're not even a Type 2 civilization." "Clearly a misunderstanding," Counselor Morthan pulsed dismissively. "Or perhaps their primitive translation protocols malfunctioned." High Counselor Vescaran's ancient mind probed outward, touching the edges of human space. What he found made his ethereal form flicker with uncertainty. There is something different about their mental patterns. Where most species radiate fear or desperation when facing our fleets, the humans feel like... "Like what?" Zexathara demanded. "Like they're calculating something." The Admiral dismissed this with a gesture. "It matters little. We outnumber them 1,000 to 1. Their fusion rockets are centuries behind our quantum drives. When they see our full strength, they'll remember their place." But as the hours ticked by, the humans' behavior grew more puzzling. Instead of desperate diplomatic overtures or military posturing, Earth's communications went completely silent. Their primitive vessels had withdrawn to their home system, and all their colonies had gone dark. With 6 hours remaining on the human deadline, Admiral Zexathara ordered the full battle fleet to Earth's doorstep. 3,000 vessels of various classes, from nimble fighters to massive dreadnoughts, emerged from quantum fold space at the edge of the solar system. "Surely now they'll see reason," she muttered, opening a channel to Earth. "This is Admiral Zexathara of the Hegemony 4th Fleet. Your time expires in 6 hours. Prepare for occupation protocols." The response came not from Earth, but from seemingly empty space itself. "Admiral, this is Colonel Martinez aboard the UEDS Defiance. You now have 5 hours and 58 minutes to comply with our evacuation order." Zexathara's tactical display showed nothing. No ships, no energy signatures. "Your vessel doesn't appear on our sensors, Colonel. Are you hiding behind your planet like cowards?" A new voice joined the channel, dry, scientific, almost conversational. Stealth isn't the right word, Admiral. Dr. Patel here, Director of Applied Physics. You see, while you were building bigger ships and flashier weapons, we took a different approach. We solved some fundamental problems. The Admiral's confusion deepened. What problems? Well, for starters, we cracked unified field theory about 6 months after your first probe entered our system. Turns out when you're facing extinction, human creativity becomes quite focused. Without warning, space around the hegemony fleet began to distort. What had appeared to be empty void suddenly revealed massive geometric structures. Not ships in any traditional sense, but constructs that seemed to fold space-time around themselves. You see, Dr. Patel continued, you made the same mistake. Everyone makes about humans. You assumed our technology was primitive because we hadn't developed spaceflight yet. But we'd already mastered something far more important. And what was that? Sexithera whispered, her voice barely audible. We learned how to think our way out of impossible situations. The space around each hegemony vessel began to compress, not destroyed, simply relocated. One by one, 3,000 ships of the mighty Fourth Fleet found themselves ejected beyond the 50 light-year buffer zone the humans had requested. General Chen's voice returned to the channel, as calm as before. Your fleet has been relocated outside our territorial boundary. This concludes our defensive action. Any attempt to return will be met with permanent measures. In the council chamber, 12 species sat in stunned silence as reports flooded in from their scattered fleet. No casualties, no destruction, just complete effortless displacement of their most powerful military force. High Counselor Vescaron's ancient mind finally understood what he had sensed in the human thoughts. Not fear, not desperation, but the cold confidence of a species that had spent its entire evolution solving problems that should have killed it. Perhaps, he said quietly to the assembled council, we should consider diplomatic relations instead. Back on Earth, Dr. Patel closed the communication channel and turned to General Chen. Think they got the message? The general nodded, watching the tactical display as the hegemony fleet retreated. Loud and clear, though I suspect this is just the beginning. The beginning of what? She smiled grimly. The beginning of the, galaxy learning what happens when you threaten a species that turned physics into poetry, and poetry into weapons. Humanity had given the galaxy a deadline, and for the first time in 3 millennia, the hegemony had met it.